I'm ready. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, guys. AWO here in Warrior. Welcome to Let's Talk Pop, episode 137. 137 episode of Let's Talk Pop. All right, so this is going to mainly focus probably from the past few days. Okay? Yeah, afternoon stream. Because there's actually been a lot of interesting news this week. Uh, today, the past few days, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, right? That's what we're going to talk about. I don't know why is this not changing the thing down below. Whatever. Oh no, it's not changing down there. Okay. All right, I gotta put this back on. So, all right, man. I gotta put back my Twitter account where you can find me. There we go. He didn't debunk the DC Time crime show. He debunked the title. And okay, all right, I'm back. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, guys. So what we're gonna talk about on this Let's Talk Pop. Fallout, the next trailer Fallout came out. The second trailer Fallout came out, and why I believe Fallout Season 2 will not follow the same path as Last of Us Season 2. Odyssey's pictures been from Empire Magazine release. So you had to see Matt Damon, the lead character Odysseus, Tom Holland playing the son, also Anne Hathaway and Mia Goth for Odyssey. Well, last week it was seemed like Star Trek. It was off the schedule for movie rise, but no, it seems it's back on, but as a reboot, not with the returning Chris Pine, that trilogy we got in the 2010s, not 2009 to 2016. A fresh new reboot, it sounds like. Also, those are three main topics. Sharknado is getting another movie, and that's about it, I think. Well, most of it I'm going to talk about. Yeah. Clip of Stranger Things. Well, I can't show you the Fallout Season 2 trailer on here, otherwise I get a copyright. Oh yeah, Zombieland 3 might happen. Ruben Fleischer. Okay, so yeah, Zombieland 3. Uh, things like that. Okay, Winning Man. We'll talk about things. All right. So, all right. So let's get with the lead. Let's get with the lead topic of the day. So I saw the Fallout Season 2 trailer, like the next one, the second one, and I liked it a lot. I liked the trailer a lot. Don't get me wrong. I like the trailer a lot. I'm excited for Season 2. Man, I think I'm going to say this is a hot take. Season 1 is really, really good. I think Season 2 is going to be better. I'm going for about 2 hours to about 6 o'clock. So I honestly think Season 2 is going to be better than Season 1. That's my hot take. Because Season 1 to me was close to perfection. And I think Season 2 is going to be even closer to perfection. Okay? And I can't show you the trailer, but I should have done a reaction trailer to it. But, man, I don't know where Red is. And honestly, I don't know if people are seeing my DMs because the fucking DMs, whole thing on X is screwed up, fucked up. But whatever. So I'm sorry for not seeing my DMs, but I do really like the season. I really do like the trailer, the second trailer of Fallout. So remember, guys, let you know, there's not binge watching. Okay, we're not gonna binge watch Fallout because it's moving to a weekly release. So unlike Season 1, it's not binge watching. It's weekly release or every week for for 2 months, 8 episodes. Okay, and in this trailer, we see what the season is about. We know what the season is about. Lucy is going after her father. She finds out the truth about her father, about what happened to her mother, and what her father did. And then the ghoul made it perfectly clear that his goal is to find his family. Okay? Remember, he has a wife and a daughter. His wife was part of the reason why there's a whole apocalypse, a whole apocalyptic era, right? A wasteland era, all that. His wife was, but I'm pretty sure his wife was also frozen, right? In the fall, it was frozen, so they could preserve her body with all the other members of the damn organization, the Vault organization, like Lucy's father, right? So I'm sure she's alive. She's alive somewhere. Don't know about the daughter. The daughter might be alive. She might, like the mother, she might be also frozen. And that's what I think he believes. Okay? Also, that's the main story of those two characters, but also you got the other stories going on, right? Going on here. Okay, you got new actors, Macaulay Culkin. You see him more in this trailer. Yeah, Macaulay Culkin. Kinami Najani is in it. He's in everything, man. I don't name me one franchise he's not been in. I don't think it's been in DC, but I mean, he's been in everything, every major franchise besides DC. I don't think he's been in DC, but I know obviously Marvel, Star Wars. Hasn't been in Star Trek, but he's in this. He's in Ghosts. He was in Ghostbusters. Okay, so he is in it. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna see Vegas. We're gonna see Vegas. We're gonna see a Fallout Vegas. Okay, Las Vegas, and Justin Theroux is playing House, Mr. House, and I did like the trailer, and the humor is still there, the quirkiness is still there, the cheesiness, it's very when you play the Fallout games, you know when you play the Fallout games what kind of game you're playing, right? Uh, and when you watch season one, the tone of the show is very much the same tone as the game. The only difference is you're watching instead of playing. It's nothing really different. They didn't make it a very serious show. Yes, there's a lot of serious stuff in Fallout, but the games in the show, it's a lot of humor and crude humor in it, and a lot of dark humor too. It has all sorts of humor if you really think about it. Oh, here's blinded.
What's up?
Oh, I'm
What's
good.
up? That's good.
That's
That's good to hear.
okay.
So
Okay.
you like the Fallout trailer?
Did you? I'm sure you
Of course. Of course. There's a lot of shit they put in that trailer. I was shocked. I was like, "Holy shit." I couldn't believe it. I
did.
mean,
Yeah.
obviously we don't know the context of everything, but there was a ton of stuff, right? And as someone who's played New Vegas is obviously one of my favorite Fallout games. Man, I think they're gonna really go hard this season in terms of like if you played New Vegas, they're jamming a ton of stuff into this. I mean there were some things I really wanted to see, and based on the trailer, I think we're gonna get some of those stuff. So
They listen to you, blinded.
say that again.
I think they listen to you. Like
Oh
nothing.
man, I'm dude. If I mean if they're going for 5 seasons, um, I'm sure they're going to go to the locations of the other games. Which there's not
Yeah.
many, sadly. There's not a lot, but I mean, if they have 3 more seasons, I mean, then they have 3 more locations they can go to for sure. So we'll see which one will be the next season. But based on the trailer, there is a couple of things. Hold on, because I'm not sure if you picked up on them, but
Maybe.
there was a big one in the trailer. If you well, there's actually it's actually I didn't even realize this, but let me just pull up the trailer. So I can, because I was working, but I'll just take a break. It's all right. Sorry, I put New Vegas. I wanted the fucking trailer. Season 2 trailer. Because there is quite a lot. Let me just mute this so it doesn't, because I'm on my laptop. Um, there's a couple of things, right? So the one big thing, obviously, I think people were complaining about in the beginning of the trailer was the Kings. The Kings being ghouls. If you play Fallout New Vegas, the Kings are like this gang. They're kind of like a joke gang. They're all because they all grew up in the wasteland, they have no clue who Elvis is. And so they all like worship him like a god and they all dress up like Elvis. So those are the ghouls, if you're
They really
wondering.
think he's a king. They really think he's a
Yeah,
king.
they all think they're Elvis, and they all
Yeah.
pretend to be Elvis in the game. And they have
Yeah.
a couple of quests that you can do. There's even a companion you can get from them, which is like this robot dog, who has like an actual dog's brain.
I mean, it makes
So
sense.
they've been
Vegas.
ghoulified.
It makes sense. Like Vegas with Elvis impersonators. It makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty fun in the game. So it's actually to me, them being ghoulified, I don't really care. I mean, it's kind of funny. They were stupid, but they were like amusingly stupid. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
You have the Rad Scorpion, which uh, based on the season, I think they got a bigger budget because there's a like I said, there's something in the trailer. They don't show it, but if you you know, the scene right before sorry, there's a scene where the ghoul and Lucy are talking, and then it cuts to black, and then you hear
Yeah.
a character talking,
Yep.
and they don't show the character. Now, if you realize the voice of what the person was talking, you would realize that's a super mutant talking. That's not a guy in a power armor talking. That is a super mutant talking. And the fact that it's a super mutant who is actually, can talk properly, because if you play the games, the super mutants are just kind of dumb idiots who like, they know a couple of words. They're not really the most intelligent, right?
Hmm.
But there is one intelligent super mutant who played, well, he's been in all of the Fallout, or he was in 1, 2, and New Vegas, and that's Marcus. Now, if you play in New Vegas, there's a side quest where you go to this lodge, and it's kind of like this, I don't know, like this fake winter lodge that they put in New Vegas, and Marcus is trying to help these other kinds of super mutant called the Nightkin, which over time they've become addicted to this substance, which is called the Stealth Boy, which can turn you invisible.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are smart super mutants, but there's not a lot of them. And the one who's the most intelligent one is Marcus, who was in New Vegas, who's been sitting around in New Vegas, and I think you even possibly even see him walking in the trailer because there's this giant thing walking and it's covered up and it's walking at night. And it's clearly talking to the ghoul. So I honestly think it is Marcus, and it makes the most sense because the last time we saw Marcus was in New Vegas, and obviously he would know a lot about what's been going on with Voltec. Obviously, he's not
Well, that, yeah.
directly involved, but he knows that something is going to happen. And he is a pretty interesting character in New Vegas, especially with the Nightkin and stuff. So
Deathclaw was in the
now,
first trailer, I believe.
yeah, it is, but you get to see it again. But there's
Yeah.
another aspect to this too, because if you notice, the person who's voicing that super mutant, that is Ron Perlman. That's a
Oh,
hundred percent Ron Perlman. Yeah, that which, I mean, they never said he was in the show. They never confirmed he was in the show yet.
no, that might not
But
surprise you.
obviously, yeah, if you're a Fallout fan, obviously you would know at some point Ron Perlman is
And
probably going to be in the show.
Juan Perlman's voice. Like he has his
Yeah,
voice is very noticeable. Like, right?
it
It's
was 100% his
yeah.
voice, and him being Marcus, like that would be really cool.
Hmm.
I don't know if Marcus will be a character that sticks around.
Yeah.
But it would be nice if he did stick around. Now there's another thing too in the trailer that I saw people speculating. If you remember
I
Maximus's
think
friend,
I think if they're just going to introduce characters from the games, live action wise, I
yeah,
think they're going to keep that as surprises. Besides
yeah,
Michelle.
I think they're going to introduce. I think going forward, they're 100% going to have characters in the game. I don't think we'll see our character because
Yeah.
that doesn't really make a lot of sense. I do think they probably will reference our character because they obviously have to canonize an ending.
Hmm.
Yeah, Ron Perlman is the intro guy, but there's no intro guy this time around. So if he's playing a super mutant, it would kind of make sense.
Hmm.
And his voice kind of lends to it, and obviously Ron Perlman has done monster characters, so it kind of makes sense in for typecasting, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Um, what else was in the trailer? So they go to an NCR camp, which I know a lot of people were complaining about. They're all like, "Oh, the NCR is dead" and shit like that, even though there's no proof. I mean, we know what happened in the first season, but that doesn't mean the NCR is completely dead.
No, no.
And yeah, this ranger here is talking to the ghoul. This ranger, she's a black woman, and then and also she knows who he is. That was also another thing too. Like she as in like implying that she has heard stories about the ghoul in the pre-war times. That I thought was also interesting
Does
too.
she know the? So she knows who the ghoul used to be.
Yes,
Okay.
because we don't know. Because remember, at
Howard.
the ending
What's his
of the
name? Howard something.
Howard,
Howard
yeah,
Cooper.
I'm blanking
Howard
on his
Cooper.
name.
Cooper or
Howard
something.
Coop, yeah,
Coop. Okay. Yeah.
or Coop Howard, yeah, whatever. It's kind of
Yeah.
like
Something like that. It was
two,
like it was like it
yeah.
was those two names. I don't know what order it was.
But he, because in the first season we didn't see obviously, but we what he was doing leading up to the bomb dropping, right? We know that
And
obviously he got excommunicated from his wife and Voltec, but we never saw what led to all of that, right?
yeah, we
Which
have
is probably going to
this.
be the mystery of the entire show anyway.
And we haven't seen like yeah maybe we haven't seen what he's been doing ever since the atomic bomb. Ever since, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Because when we saw him, he was buried, right? He was
yeah.
buried,
I mean,
and then
TJ, the Supermutants are orcs in the first game because they were the leaders of the Master, and then once they broke away, they had like no allegiance. And I think the reason why we never saw super mutants in the first season, obviously, I think it's just to ease people
I,
into the lore. But I think there is a lore reason why. I
I,
think it's because um, they all started heading east.
Cooper's wife is definitely alive.
Yeah, she's definitely alive, but I don't think she's in New Vegas.
No, oh, the
My
daughter.
my guess is they're gonna stretch the storyline because I have a feeling uh she's she's probably involved
Hmm.
with probably the US government. So, and that's another aspect too that I don't know if this season will explore. I think that this might be a little too much. Would be the Enclave. I think they probably will save that for another season. Yeah, I think Supermoons were also getting wiped out with every game too. Well, they kind of like the Bethesda games. They keep the Supermoons around. I think it's just because they're iconic and that's really it. But I mean, in all reality, they really should have died out a long time ago after what happened with the Master. Um, but yeah, that's like Fallout 1 and stuff. But yeah,
Okay,
there's a couple of other things in the trailer too. One another thing is they go to a vault that's all like covered in plants, and that's a vault in the
yeah.
game. It's Vault 22. They were doing these experiments on people, and they turned them into like these lizard plant monsters. Um, which is this one is not my favorite vault in the game. My favorite vault in the game was the one where it's actually fucked up, where the people had to vote on who they were going to kill. That one's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's an interesting vault. What else is there? Also, they this was um, something that we talked about the last time. I had a theory that the Brotherhood of Steel were gonna go to war with each other. The different
Civil War.
chapters, yeah, and they say that in the trailer,
Yeah, yeah.
which which means that yeah, the East Coast Brotherhood of Steel is gonna come in and fight the West Coast. Obviously, for what reason? Probably for the technology that they found in the last season. That's probably a good guess. But one of the bases that they have here, some people were speculating it was actually Area 51. Because Area 51 was not in New Vegas, even though technically it's not that far away from New Vegas. But it
No,
was
it's not far
never,
from Vegas. Nope.
yeah, they never, it's never been like talked about in the lore and stuff, whatever happened to Area 51. Which is weird because if you play Fallout games, there's aliens and shit. So you're like, you would have thought they would have put that in New Vegas, but I think maybe it was cut content. There's a lot of cut content from New Vegas, sadly, because they were rushing that game. And yeah, it seems like it has to be new Area 51 because like you see some shit rising from the sand when they're walking in the desert. So what else was there? Then it also shows that the what's the brother's name? I forget the brother's name.
Lucy's brother?
Yes.
Norm.
Yeah,
Norm.
Norm. Norm actually leaves the vault with
Yeah, yeah, you
all
see
the
that.
people. So I wonder why they're leaving. Did Norm convince them to go find Lucy, or something else is going on?
I think he learns the truth too.
Well, he knows the truth, obviously, because he's
Yeah,
locked up in there. But he's got to convince everybody else. And if you remember,
yeah.
one of the well, two of them. There's actually two of them who already know about what's going on. The black lady and the blonde.
Hmm.
They know what's going on and stuff. So I'm curious to see like what happens to them. What else was there? We also see what's his name for the first time. Camille Nanjiani.
Yeah, I think he's Brotherhood is the one. I think it might
Yeah,
be the East Coast of Brotherhood. I think
he's
it's the
definitely
East.
the East Coast, but people are wondering like, is he you know, I forget
Is he
the
gonna play
fucking term.
himself? Because he tends to play himself in everything. You
Pro
know,
Probably, but probably not.
that's like,
He'd probably be like a jokey character that's like somewhat serious.
yeah. So he just plays himself, right? Like
I guess.
that's
I
what he
mean, he'll
does. He does
probably
it.
be like, nah, I don't know, because the way he comes in, he's like
Yeah,
tells them, hey, like you were gonna do this war without me. So it implies that he's like a pretty significant character.
yeah.
Like, and based on his jacket and stuff, some people were saying he was I always mix up the what's his name, Maxon.
I mean, look, he can play himself because this is Fallout. So like,
Yeah, Elder
Fallout is meant to be fun.
Elder
It's,
Maxon
yeah,
from
yeah.
Fallout 4. Some people are saying it's him. He doesn't really look like that character, but I
I
mean
think
we'll
he might
have to
be a new.
see.
I think he's a new character. I don't.
It could be a new character, but people wonder, is he an elder or another
Yeah,
high ranking? Because based on what he was saying, it sounded like maybe he is an elder, so I don't know.
yeah. He definitely has his position. It definitely sounds like he's higher in the ranks. He's
Right.
definitely in the higher ranks. What? eh, Definitely. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin's in it. Macaulay
Yeah,
Culkin.
that's another character I'll get into. But there was another right after that scene. They have we actually see Mr. House in the present day, which is
Yeah.
that's a pretty big revelation to put in the trailer, because that means that um the ending that's canon to this show is that the Mr. House ending in New Vegas. Now, if you play New Vegas, I'll give you some explanation, right? There's
I mean,
different
you just
endings
spoiled
that you can go with, like different factions. Yeah, spoiler, it's a 15-year-old game.
it.
But
Yeah.
in the ending, you could choose, right? You can either go with Yes Man, who I'm sure Yes Man is going to be a character in this show. He's like this robot, a sentient robot
Yeah.
that is kind of like the Securitrons that Mr. House has, but he has the ability, or if you partner up with him, he's kind of like your henchman who can do all this work for you, and he's pretty good at it, and he could take over. So that ending with Yes Man, that's definitely out of the question, because
Hmm.
if it was, he would be controlling the Lucky 38 or 33. Is it
Yeah.
38, 33? What is it? 38? Oh, it's the 38. Yeah, okay, I was right.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. They have no choice. You can't go with the ending of the player's choice in the TV.
Well, the ending, well, well, that's what I'm saying. There's
Yeah.
four endings, or is it four? Yeah, I think it's
You
four
go with the ending
endings.
that
The
makes sense.
ending that the player can make where Mr. House is alive, there's only one ending, which is
Yeah.
if you side with Mr. House. The
That's the
other
only one that makes
endings,
sense for the show.
yeah, well, if they're gonna keep around Mr. House, because that was one of my theories, that maybe in the present day, when they actually go, they find out that he's dead. But no. Oh, you
Because
cut
of
off.
doubt. Oh, okay.
Oh shit, is it happening again?
No, no, you don't have a demon voice, so
Okay. Okay, yeah, you're back. I can hear you.
okay.
Because a lot of people thought that maybe the Legion ending was right, or Yes Man,
Hmm.
the Yes Man ending was going to be canon, but it definitely seems like it is the Mr. House ending, unless the show sidesteps the game and says there's a different ending that never happened. I
Yeah.
don't know how that would go over with people. I think people would probably be pissed off. People are pissed off. Follow fans get pissed off easily, in my opinion. Um, like if this came out like 10 years ago, people would be like sucking this off and shit. Now all of a sudden people are like, "Oh, this is trash and all this fucking bullshit." It's dumb in my opinion. Now you're talking about Macaulay Culkin's character. Now this is also another aspect to the game that has to stay in place, right? The
Hmm.
Legion, right? The Legion are like these dudes who you know, they kind of, in order for society to go back to the way it is, or for society to thrive, they believe that, you know, it needs to be structured like the Roman Empire. And so it was led by this guy whose name is Kaiser, right? Because they pronounce it wrong. There's like some debate on like how do you pronounce Caesar, but they believe it's pronounced Kaiser. And if you pronounce it any other way, it's disrespect and they'll fucking kill
Kaiser's
you.
not even. It's not even a woman saying. It's not. It's like German or something, or Austrian or something.
Yeah, well, that's the point. Like the way that
Yeah.
it's pronounced, they're kind of
Yeah.
like frauds, right? But their society is like incredibly strict because they
Yeah.
have slaves. They literally only use women as slaves. You can get crucified if you disobey them. They are like very authoritarian.
Inspired by the Roman Empire.
Yeah, right. And so, but in the game, Kaiser, because you could see he's not in the show because Kaiser's dead. Because one of the things that you find out about Kaiser by talking to him is that Kaiser actually has brain cancer and he's gonna die. And so in the game, once this is found out, right, or that it's kind of speculated that he's going to die from this, a lot of people think that, oh, when Kaiser dies, the Legion will fall, and that will be the end of the
No,
Legion.
no, no, no. It actually would inspire them even more.
Well, but that's the thing in the game there is that debate. Like no one really knows what would happen. A lot of people think that yeah, they would fall because the second in command of Kaiser, that guy who it's like Landius or something, I forget his name, but he's not like equipped to be a leader. And so there's no actual like front man for leadership. So, but one of the things is that Macaulay Culkin's character, he is the leader. So people are wondering who is his character? Is he someone new that has like come up within the 15 years since New Vegas,
Yeah,
or
maybe.
or
Maybe.
is he a character that we already met that
Oh,
sided with the Legion? So there's two possibilities. One possibility that I saw people say is that there's a character in the Legion that this is your gateway into the Legion, right? When you go to New Vegas in the game, this guy named is it Vault Pears? Vault, I can't. I'm blanking on his name, but he's the first guy you actually meet who's associated with the Legion. And the way that they introduce you to the Legion is fucked up in the game. Like you're just walking along, minding your own business, and then all of a sudden you see this guy running out telling you he won the lottery and shit. And then you go to investigate and you realize, oh shit, this guy won the lottery out of like all these, you know, this entire town to survive. Like he's the
oh yeah.
only last member of this town, and the Legion went in there and killed everybody else. And the
Oh,
guy who was the head of this was this character, which I'm blanking on his name. It's like Volp or something like that. I'll just call him Volp, right? So Volp, he is like a spy for the Legion, and he's like one of their best spies, right? Because this guy's really intelligent and he can disguise himself, and he's basically in the game kind of stalking you without realizing, right? He comes up to you in one of the missions and you don't even realize it's him until he tells you like, hey, the Legion has, you know, their eye on you and we want to speak to you. So some people think that Macaulay Culkin is this character, right? Because he's a spy, he's pretty smart, he can probably maybe manipulate the Legion. Now another character
yeah.
that I was telling my friend, this was my theory. I never really interacted with this character in my playthrough, but there's this guy who's a scientist named Mr. Fantastic in the game. And he's like this jokey kind of character, but he's like really smart. But he dick rides the Legion. Like he has like a massive hard on for the Legion. So it would kind of make sense if they were going to get Macaulay Culkin to play a character, because I mean Macaulay Culkin is mostly a comedic actor. So if he's kind of like a smart guy but he's funny and he's able to
Yeah.
manipulate the Legion, that would kind of make sense. So we'll have to see in the show. I'm really interested to see his character, because one of the before the show came out, they said that his character, he was playing a scientist. So the fact that now they're showing that he's part of the Legion, that makes me think that maybe he is Mr. Fantastic. Which again, that would be, this is what I'm saying. Like if the show is able to pull some of these characters that are like, you really have to play the game to know the characters, right? Like
Yeah.
Marcus or Mr. Fantastic, right? If you've never played the game, you wouldn't really know, right? So they're gonna have to introduce these characters in interesting ways, but it shows that I mean the people who are writing the show played the game, because why would they pull these characters
I mean,
if
it's
they
definitely
they
the Legion
weren't
because if you see
even.
the pictures, if you see the pictures, he's definitely aligned with the Legions because you see the pictures.
Yeah.
That's definitely Roman Empire inspired armor.
Well, he stabs the guy in the trailer. He
Yeah,
stabs one of
yeah,
his own dudes,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
the guy's
He might
coughing up
be,
blood.
like you said, right? The original leader had the brain cancer. He might be smarter
Hmm.
than everybody else is using them. He might
Right.
be right. He's a
He would have to be an
scientist. He has to be.
intelligent.
If he's a scientist, he has to
Yeah.
be smarter.
Yeah, I'm curious. I don't know how many characters they would reference, because there's another character who's aligned with the Legion who's in the DLC. And I do wonder if they will mention that character, or but that character is kind of tied to you as a player because he's like your foil. Um I'm really curious to see if they will mention your character, because that character, like the character that you play in the game kind of is very important to what happens, right?
This,
Because without that, if without the player character, Mr. House doesn't get the platinum chip, right? Which
yeah,
was a significant part of the game, right? He needed the platinum chip to defend New Vegas, and that didn't happen. So you kind of have to wonder what Mr. House, I was gonna say Mr. New Vegas. That's another character I want to see in the game. I don't, or in the show. I don't think if they'll have him, but Mr. New Vegas was the guy on the radio, but he turned out to be an AI. He wasn't a real person. But Mr. House, I kind of wonder if they what they'll do, like what his new what like how he's running New Vegas currently, right? Because all the other factions hate Mr. House. So I always feel
mhm.
like Fallout has pretty memorable characters. Like even in Fallout 4, like the moment they go to Boston and I see freaking what's his, oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? Is it Valent? Why am I blanking on his name?
Valentine.
Yeah, Valentine.
Valentine,
Yeah,
the detective
yeah,
series.
yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
detective Nick Valentine. Yeah, sorry,
yeah,
blank. I always blank on characters' names. But yeah. If we ever see him in the show, man, you're gonna hear me just fucking just glazing and shit. Because he was like in my opinion, he's the best Fallout companion of any game. Like
yeah.
he has the most interesting backstory. He was like the most developed. He was just all around a very good character. If he shows up in the show, oh my fucking god, bro! I think a lot of people would be happy. Like, listen, nobody would complain about Nick Valentine showing up in the show. He was a beloved character. He is, like I said, when people make lists, he is definitely one of the top fucking companions in the game. Oh man, I would fucking, you don't know how excited I will be, man. He was my, oh man. Listen. I don't care what anybody says. I love Fallout 4. I put so much time into Fallout 4. I remember buying the game, bro. I can't believe it's been 10 years. It fucking blows my mind. It's been 10 years. But I remember going first day one, buying that game. I put
Fallout
like
4, yeah, same,
600 hours into that shit, man. 600
same.
hours, and I still play the game. I still play the game. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. But yeah, and then at the end of the trailer, we actually see uh, um, what do you call it? NCR power armor, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah.
No, he's way. I mean, Deckard's cool, but I mean, he's Valentine is just a way more interesting character. Like a lot of the fact that he was a person in the pre-war and he has no memories. Like Deckard is just a Blade Runner who hunts people. Like they never developed Deckard in the movies at all. Like Valentine is a way more like just kind of a sad character because he's like first off one he's like one of the first synths that was made and they
Hmm.
used his mind from an actual cop and so but the thing is his memory is messed up so he doesn't really know who he really is.
Yeah, I remember.
um I mean obviously Fallout 4 is inspired by Blade Runner because of like what does it mean to be a human and all that stuff, but it goes I feel like it goes a little bit more in depth with the idea of like if someone just implanted memories in you, like does that mean you're a real person, right? Like in the Blade Runner games they kind of just like look at Blade Runner 2049, like that story was more about like the main character not being the main character, like he's not the person who's going to save the world, and like does that mean he's not important to the story? And obviously he was important to the story because he needed to get the daughter to Deckard, right?
Yeah,
um but when you do there's a lot of side quests with Nick and how he interacts with the community too. Like all of that stuff was like again, like people complain about Bethesda's writing, but it's like some of the characters in side quests, like there's a reason why people say I don't play the main story in Bethesda games. They're not as good. It's because the side quests and the world and the characters are way more interesting. And so you rather just explore that and see what's going on. Because like I said, if you just skip the entire main story and you just focused on what Valentine was dealing with, you get a pretty intricate story. You get to learn
yeah,
about sorry, I'm forgetting the fucking town's name. Diamond City. You get to learn about the people within Diamond City and how they didn't really like Valentine to because he was a synth, though, so they never
yeah.
trusted him. And it's like I want to see that in the show for sure. Like I think some people were speculating that there was something in the trailer or something recently that might tie the show in with the Institute. Again, we'll have to see. Um, I don't know if they'll go. I don't think they would go to Boston in the next season. I think that might be like, might be too
No,
much. Yeah,
no.
Deckard is a synth or well, an android in Blade
Yeah,
Runner based on like, some based on what Ridley Scott has said and I mean I even heard what was it Dennis Villeneuve, he said that you could treat the Deckard theory being true for the second movie because it's not really important if he's human or not. It's the fact that they had a child, which is impossible, right? Like androids can't conceive, right? Are they called androids or synths? What are they called in Blade
but
Runner?
I think I think it's the same. Well, robots are not humans. I think the proper term is android, isn't it?
It is android, but I'm just like
Ah,
replicants. Sorry, replicants is what they
replicants.
call them in Blade Runner.
But
Yeah,
I think
they're interchangeable
is
names,
there a
but you
diff?
get the
Is
point.
it? It could be the same thing, really. Well, since
Yeah, it is. It is the same thing.
yeah, um, what was I gonna say? Oh my god.
But yeah, I like the aspect of like a character not knowing who they really are.
Yeah,
I always find that interesting.
androids cannot have kids. Robot. I mean, the thing
Yeah.
is, they do like to have. Sometimes they do like to have androids that have feelings, right?
Hmm.
Like actual human emotions. They'll, but they don't have. But they really don't have the parts to make a child, even though in
Right.
some because Dragon Ball Z, for some example, that rule doesn't apply. I don't know what.
Mm,
And, and Dragon Ball Z, because you don't watch Dragon Ball Z, but there's I think TJ does. TJ knows this. Krillin married Android 18. Android 18 was an android. Used to be a human. So used to be a human, but turned into an android.
right.
He fell in love. Okay, and somehow they had a child. Now it was implied that they kept some of the human parts, specifically
Mm,
parts that makes a baby, the ovaries and all that stuff. I'm like, okay,
right.
really? You could do that? I don't know. It's fucked up. Dragon Ball Z's fucked up with this some stuff. I
Yeah, I'm not into Dragon Ball
I
Z.
don't see how it's possible for an android, a synth, or what a replicant able to have kids. I don't see how it's
Yeah,
possible.
it was never like
In
explained,
anything,
right? Because
explain
remember, what's her
anything
name
really.
in Blade Runner?
Yeah,
The girl that Deckard runs off with.
it's not
She's a
like
replicant. She's 100% a replicant, right? You find that out, in the
it's
movie,
not like
obviously.
it's not like you're cloning, right?
Hmm.
Doctor Giro. Yeah, that's what like Doctor Giro, like not Doctor Giro, but what's the fuck? Cloning. If
Yeah,
you you clone yourself, sure, because everything in the clone body is going to be all flesh, bone and flesh,
right,
everything, right? It's not that's not an android. So obviously, a clone body, if you clone body, could be able to have kids, obviously.
right. I mean, it's kind of funny that Blade Runner they wanted to merge it with Aliens because I mean they're pretty much doing that in Aliens
Yeah,
anyway.
there's a
Like
better
the
chance
Aliens
aliens and
Earth is
humans.
about
There's a better chance.
synths and stuff.
There's a better chance aliens and humans having kids than androids having kids
Yeah.
because aliens are biologically right. They're
Well,
even though
one of the things about Alien Earth that was interesting was that they added this new because you have like androids, right, that are just
yeah,
like
yeah, synths.
copies
Are they
of
did they
humans.
call them synths too? Oh yeah, they
No,
were
I think
human.
they
The main character, the main character, the sister was a human at one point.
was she was a hybrid because
Yeah,
she was a real person, right?
yeah,
But they put her into an
yeah,
android body, right?
yeah,
And then you also have cyborgs, which yeah, those are just humans with synthetic parts.
yeah. Well,
And that's something
blinded.
Cyberpunk, the game
Cyborg.
explores a lot.
Cyborg. Only DC owns that name. Cyborg.
Oh
Only
yeah,
no
Cyber.
trademark that word.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, man, heel versus babyface. He's a fucking idiot. I don't know if that was like fake outrage or whatever, but I don't know. I've noticed like people like when you say like a minor criticism, it's like blowing up. Like right now, Metroid, people are just saying all this like it's like, bro, like the criticism was mild as fuck, and now people are like, oh, um,
Yeah.
it's gonna somehow ruin the game, and these people are not Metroid fans, and it's like, bro, like the criticism was valid in my opinion, based on what the preview said.
Yeah,
Like, I don't want
TJ,
to
because
have an annoying character walking
because
around.
Cell was not really an android, right? Cell was not an android. Cell and Dragon Ball Z was like it
Mm,
was actually a living like I don't know. He was not an android cell, right? Because he's able to
yeah,
regenerate. I don't think androids are able to regenerate, even though
I think it
e-
just depends on what they
even
would do.
even in all like DC and Marvel when they have androids, they tend to have
Hmm.
sometimes regenerate. But I think that's like nanite technology, like
Yeah.
right, right. Um, but yeah, like in TJ, Cell is not an android, right? He's more like a bug. Um,
Mm.
Like no, look, TJ. A lot of things in Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball don't make sense at all. I think that's what makes it great about it, fun about it, because like a lot of things don't make sense really.
Right.
Why is there dinosaurs living among people in the show?
Mm,
Like okay, ah, but I don't think Fallout's gonna suffer like Last of Us.
no, no way.
If it does, oh my god.
Yeah, obviously that would suck, but I don't think so. I think they know this is gonna be, this is gonna be a good season. I mean, the first season was good. Like it was, I mean, for a video game adaptation, it was compelling. It had a lot of great characters. These characters, you're like, damn, they're so good. You could see them in the game. You know that like
Yeah.
I think that's high praise for a video game adaptation when they make new characters and then you go, damn, the characters were so
Yeah.
good. I wanted to see them in the game.
I don't know how long the show is planning to go for, but
They said five
when
seasons.
oh, what's the next fall game gonna come out? Probably after the show.
Pro- Not even after the show. Probably 15 years after the show ends.
Oh, okay.
We're not getting that. They just came out and said,
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming out for a long time.
What are
So
they working on? Like seriously, like
we'll
what?
get like remasters of New Vegas and Fallout 3.
Don't they're doing the GTA
But
stuff, Rockstar shit.
no, it'll be like what they just did with the um
Mm.
you know how they had the Oblivion remake that came out this year?
They they
They'll do
sh-
that for the Fallout games.
they should focus on making an Indiana Jones sequel too.
Well, we'll see about that. It all depends on Microsoft, obviously.
Yeah, but this time if they do, make sure PlayStation gets the same time as Microsoft. Fuck this. Like,
They probably will. Yeah, Bethesda's fucked up right now. Like they can't even
yeah.
get an anniversary fucking game working. You know what I mean? Like the Fallout 4
The
anniversary was
only
busted and shit. It's just
the only thing we're looking
embarrassing.
forward to from this Bethesda is really the show. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
At least it comes out every year. It seems like. No, that season 3 will probably come out in 2027. Probably not 2026.
Mm,
Because this season came out a year and a half. I mean, this is not 2 years, right? It's not two
yeah,
years. So it'll probably
probably
come out
20.
early.
Probably 20.
Like,
Late
yeah,
2027. Late
yeah.
2027.
Like John Campia said on stage, like he doesn't understand why shows don't do one season things. They could always, they take 2 or 3 seasons off. They should, if you're planning like a 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons, you should do it every year. You shouldn't make
I
a
think
break.
it's hard to do a season every year. I think the time frame that they
It
had
used to
for
not
Fallout
be.
was perfect.
Used to not be.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of factors. One, I think it's like the shows are more like they treat them like
Uh,
mini series
yeah.
and they also have to create a lot of like different sets and stuff like that. I think with Fallout, if they have like the scripts already, like they're writing them in advance,
What's
then
it
they
was
can
funny.
just turn them out every 2 years or so.
You know what's funny? CW with the Arrowverse, because they have like 20 episodes, right?
Hmm.
The season will start. They will still shoot the rest of the season that they're showing on TV during the season's happening. Like if season right, they start season one of say Flash in October.
Hmm.
They'll be shooting like episode like 11, 12, 13. Well, the first episode, season 1 and 2 is
Yeah.
happening. They actually, how that's what Arrowverse did. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, and I mean, TV is long, because TV is long. It is really, really long. It's longer than movies. Movies, just like movies. If you really think about it, I think shooting for movies, it's getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah, I mean, you could turn around a movie within a year, but I mean, I think they're kind of wanting to
Dune,
stop that.
I thought Dune started like I thought Dune just ended. I'm like, didn't you just like start like in July or something?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean with that. A movie like that, they've already had the
Yeah,
sets and everything from the previous movies, right?
yeah.
So it's easy to start shooting and stuff. But like something like, yeah, like Stranger Things, you can kind of understand because it's like they take long to write,
What I don't know who
right?
said. I don't know what podcast it was, but it might have been Mike Rosebond. I think he said sometimes to do a full episode of a TV show might like take 1 or 2 weeks,
Yeah,
something like
for
that.
one episode.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because you remember they got to also change out directors and stuff, and
yeah.
then yeah, so and then that and usually, I mean, they're usually editing the, they're editing on set. it's like rough cuts. They get the footage, they put it together. But I mean, the thing that holds it up is the VFX and stuff. That takes a long time,
Yes, yes,
you
that
know.
takes the filming part is this. The filming part is the easiest part of the process. Is all the other
Yeah,
stuff, it's editing, the all that stuff is the hard part. Like that's
yeah, the VFX, or like in terms of like how
yeah,
long it takes,
yeah,
because it is demanding and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, look, I mean, like you could literally put out the whatever the Avengers footage have now. You probably have enough from Avengers Doomsday to put out the movie out and now footage wise, but you got to do all the other stuff, right? The VFX, all that stuff,
Hmm.
right? Like you have a crappy movie. Um,
Right.
we're funny game making movies shorter. Um, depends. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It always
Most mov-
depends.
most movies are around 2 hours anyway. Really, like an hour
Yeah,
and a
but
half to
think
two
about like
minutes.
that. They shoot
No.
they for a 2 hour movie. They shoot, something. We're talking like more than 10 hours.
Yeah,
Of footage. Like that's how
yeah.
much footage they have, right?
That's the
Because
that's
like
the
you never
part.
know.
The editing part, putting it all together, like what to take out, what to cut, uh,
Hmm.
and what needs to be reworked, what needs to be added, and also with TV actors and actresses, they have to take a lot of time off because how long a show could take. Some shows could take 6, 7 months to film, right? Movies,
Right.
you don't need it. You don't need to be there 6, 7 months. You're just there for your scenes, right? Because it's much less. It's much less. Right? It's much less if right compared to a TV, right? Especially unless
Hmm.
you're a main character, right? A main character in TV, you'd be there a long time, or in a movie. But in a movie, like you could be there for a month if you're a main character on a TV show, you're gonna be there for 6, 7 months. If you're the lead, right?
Right.
Um, movie. Oh, right. Been here for an hour. That's good. An hour. Oh
Yeah.
man,
What
I
else
want to
was
change.
there?
We saw some Odyssey photos.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
I don't have the pictures on me, but I know I've seen the pictures though. Tom Holland. Tom Holland is Talamascus. Man, we're gonna fight. Is this 3 to 4 hours just to watch a movie? So you saw the pictures?
Yes, I did see. I did see the pictures. They were. I mean, they weren't like anything super new. Like, because we saw that in the trailers. The stuff we haven't seen is like, what do the gods look like? Like, what do all because I think Zendaya and like, isn't Charlize Theron in the movie?
Charlie Theron
Robert,
apparently is Cersei.
yeah, Robert Pattinson is in the movie. Like, all those big actors are gods.
Yeah.
So they never showed us what they look like. They
So
just
I
showed
know.
us
I
Matt
know.
Damon and Tom Holland.
Do they have the names who they're playing? And some of them, because I think some of them may not have actual character names right now. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
I know
who's
Charlie
playing
Theron and
who.
Cersei. And halfway, I think it's Matt Damon's his wife. His wife. I forgot the name.
Right.
The queen, right? It's the wife. So I think this happens after the Trojan War, right? The Odyssey takes
Yeah,
place
the
after the Trojan War.
Odyssey. Yeah,
Yeah,
because Matt Damon he gets stranded, right? And so Tom
yeah.
Holland he wants to go and look for his father, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously they're enduring on this
Oh,
journey
Zedaya's
back home.
Athena. Zedaya's Athena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the journey of when they're trying to get back home, the gods are kind of fucking with Matt Damon, right?
Yeah, yeah. They're trying to, because that's what they can do. They can play around.
Yeah. I'm curious because remember, there's a lot of fantasy elements to this movie. They haven't showed any of that yet.
So
Like, what is the Cyclops gonna look like? What is the Hydra gonna look like?
yeah, and not
I'm
everybody
curious.
who's in the
Like,
movie has doesn't say who all the actors and actresses are playing. Always
yeah,
only
they're
like
keeping that a
Matt Damon,
secret.
Tom Holland are halfway, Zendaya. Um, yeah,
Yeah, they're not gonna tell us until like an official trailer or
I
something.
think Robert Pattinson. He's probably gonna play like probably freaking Ares or something. I don't know. We'll play Ares. If he's a god, I think he'll play Ares. His dad is Athena. I think Robert Pattinson would
Who
be
say
Ares.
that again? Oh,
I
I
think
thought he was
Robert.
gonna Ares. I thought he was
Yeah,
gonna maybe. I thought Hades plays a role. I thought it was Robert Pattinson was gonna be Hades.
Hades.
Let me just.
I don't know. James Waymar's in it. Well,
Yeah,
John
Hades is
Bertha.
in the book.
John Bertha is a soldier, right?
Hmm.
I think he's the one that tells the story. I don't know. Like, maybe IDMB has a better understanding. Hades. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
Athena.
I just
Honestly.
figured something about Robert Pattinson he would play Hades. Could be wrong. We'll see who he plays. I that's the part I want to see. Like the gods, like what do they look like? Um, what? Because Christopher Nolan's never really done fantasy,
No, the closest to
so
him to fantasy is, even though it's not really fantasy, it's Batman.
is Batman. Yeah, and the Batman movies were not very fantastical. So,
Yeah,
like, is
yeah.
it all going to be more metaphorical? Is it going to be? I guess. Well, Inception is kind of fantastical, but it's like grounded in.
Science fantastic, or like scientifically fantastic.
Well, it's
I
all
don't get.
dreams, right? So it's like
Yeah,
it's surreal and stuff like that. But this,
yeah.
I'm guessing it's going to be something like that. It's going to be like surreal. But again, we're dealing with monsters and demons and all different types of stuff. Like, is that going to be practical effects? What does that look like? That's the part I'm more interested in. Like, how is he going to do all of that? Because we've never seen him do that. So,
Well, if there's
it's
one director who could do it,
interesting.
if one director who could do it, if we have people have confidence, it's Nolan.
Yeah.
Like
But I
no,
just kind of hope it's not generic or, like I hope it's like,
Tenet.
oh, this is different.
Tenet is a little bit fancy with time traveling and stuff. Like,
Yeah, but again, they try to ground that. They try to make
yeah,
sense of it.
yeah. He does grounded kind of fancy, right? I guess you
Yeah,
wouldn't
like if it's
necessarily
time
call it
travel, it's
fancy.
got to have like an
Yeah,
explanation and it can't be too far out there. Like it's very logical and like how he brings things in, right?
but the thing is, this movie is not just Nolan directing. It's like the cast is like one of the best
Yeah, the
casts of
cast
the
is
last 20
stacked.
years. Yeah, it's this cast. It's it's on par with Avengers cast, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Like it's it's a jacked up cast. I mean, you got literally you got Spider Man and Batman in this flick. Okay, like you got Daredevil, no Punisher in this flick.
Punisher. Yeah, he's in this.
I hope it's not. I hope it's better than Immortals.
I don't even remember Immortals. Is
That's
that
the
the
Henry
one with
Cavill
Henry
film.
Cavill? Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna
he
say
was
that.
not Perseus. He was not Perseus. That's the Sam Worthington one. That Perseus is that's the Titans, right? Clash of the Titans. It's Perseus, right? What was Henry Cavill's character? That's when he went up against Mickey Rourke's character. I remember that movie
Hmm.
when Mickey Rourke's character went up against the gods.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, there has what was Henry Cavill's character? Not Perseus. That was Sam Worthington's character. That's yeah, but Immortals. Immortals. Let me see what his character was. 56K is here. Wow.
Bang bang.
Theseus. He was Theseus.
Bang
Yeah, he was
bang.
Theseus. Bang bang. He was Theseus in what's this? Mickey Rourke was King Hyperion. Yeah.
56K. What's your thoughts on the Steam Machine? What's your thoughts on the Steam Machine? I'm curious.
Luke Evans was who was Uh, but yeah, the Wrath of the Titans had a great cast, but these movies were. I mean, Liam Nielsen as Zeus. Like,
Mm,
oh, they had
mm,
Ralph Fiennes was Hades,
mm.
right?
Give me a Steam Deck all day.
Give me
Ass machine.
Ash
Oof.
Machine.
We're not getting a Steam Deck 2 for a long time. They said
I
until
just
there's a breakthrough,
I
we're
hope
not
it
gonna get
honestly,
that.
Cersei. I hope Cersei turns people into pigs
Oh God.
because that's what she does, right? She turns them into pigs in the story, right? That's
I
up.
think so. Actually, yeah, I think so.
That's an
She does
inspiration
it. She
from.
does other stuff though too.
Oh, she does some terrible stuff in the.
No.
In the DC, right? Blasphemous, right? That's where she got. That's where they got it from, right? Turning
Mm-hmm.
into. And she turns people into. She turns people into animals, right? That's where they got it
Mm-hmm.
from. But seriously, I don't. But seriously, in the DC comics, had a relationship with Ares, right? Like they had kids. I mean, Ares has
Mm.
kids with a bunch of people.
Why is this not working? Mm.
She's a witch, but basically, seriously, is a witch, right? Most of them are bad. Most of the Greek movies are bad. They are. Yeah, they are. They are. Oh, what other news? So, all right, all right. What's
Steam
weird?
machine.
What's weird?
I'm.
We're a Chinese company.
Yeah, he start. Yeah, I mean they make all that kind of stuff, but I mean like it's more of like uh, anytime there's some announcement in terms of gaming, you got to think like, how does this affect Xbox? Because because like if this
Fuck
box thing is
Xbox.
supposed to compete or is supposed to be similar to what Xbox is doing, but it only has Steam OS and it has a desktop mode. But then you got to wonder like, isn't that what the next Xbox is supposed to be? It's supposed to be a PC hybrid where it's got you could uh, boot it into Windows. Which, by the way, Windows, what is going on with Windows right now? Um, Windows is ass. Okay, complete ass. But I don't know, man. I don't know about Xbox because then they want to have Steam on the Xbox, and you're like, but I don't see the Microsoft Store on the Steam machine.
Yeah.
So you gotta wonder. Now there's also rumors now that PlayStation is gonna be pulling their games from PC. They're things like that. They're not gonna do PC games release as frequently like they were doing. Which is also kind of interesting because like people were always complaining about that. They're like PlayStation has no games. The games are on PC. All this shit like that. But it still doesn't affect the consoles. PlayStation 5 is almost at 100 million units. Like they don't give a fuck. Like if
Mm-hmm.
anything, Sony's more concerned about the fact that I think PlayStation has gone down in terms of like brand relevancy in Japan. Because if you saw the new state of play, this was embarrassing. The new state of play was literally explaining what a PlayStation 5 was. It's like the console's been out for 5 years. You're telling me the Japanese audience doesn't know anything about the PS5? Like, that's insane. You can install Windows on it. Steam machine is an unsupported mess. Ooh, or Steam Deck. Um, Valve completely ditched Windows drivers for. I mean, Windows and Microsoft. Everything over there is just it's all AI. All AI. Everything is fucking AI. You boot into fucking Outlook and it says, "Oh, AI. Why do I need to use AI for sending emails?" Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's,
I don't really use Outlook. I had to use it for school for sending certain
who
emails and
uses
stuff.
AI for emails?
I don't know. I thought, because I had to send out these waves of emails, so I'm like, is it possible I could
You know
use
what?
this to simplify emails? No. No.
Now
What the fuck?
now the funny thing is there's a lot of people you saying on X, like not the person using AI to write up their X, the tweets and stuff, like
Yeah.
things like that. They're
Sometimes
not.
I'm bad with the grammar. With the
Yeah.
grammar. Like sometimes I type thing. I just type really fast and I don't really think it through. I just think what I'm gonna say and just type it. And I'm like, obviously there's gonna be mistakes in there. So sometimes I put it through the AI and see like what it fix the mistakes and stuff. But other than I mean, sometimes I play around with it. Chat GBT, I ask you questions. I do use AI, but I don't
Yeah,
like it
use it
for
for Sora.
everything. Yeah, Sora. We've been playing around with Sora.
That's too real.
Um,
Sora's too real.
in Photoshop, I use it occasionally. Sometimes it's just
Sora,
bugged and busted, so
Sora's
I
gonna
don't
get
use it.
so many lawsuits. I'm sorry, because
Yeah.
uh,
I just think they just shove it everywhere, and you're like, you use it to see if it actually will be effective, and it's never as effective as you think it
no,
would be. I don't know if it will get better over time, obviously, but I mean, will people have the patience to wait? That's another thing.
all right. So we are getting Star Trek again.
ChatGPT can't you is banned in my house and relationships. Oh man, that's crazy, man. I use it, man. It's kind of fun to use. That's the thing. Ruin personal thoughts. I don't know, something about what if you type in something and you get a reflective thing from it. It's kind of interesting. I can see the dangers, 100% the dangers of having ChatGPT reflect on your own personal thoughts. But at the same time, when I'm kind of like, I need to think of an alternative, but I really can't for a situation, then I use it. I don't know. I'm not 100% against AI,
Look,
but I
man.
am against the corporations jamming it down our throats and
Look
trying
at
to like,
YouTube.
yeah,
YouTube is a lot of AI now. You see like the ass
yeah.
thing and all this shit. There's a lot of AI on YouTube now.
Well,
You can even
YouTube is
create.
trying to like curb stomp it though.
Yeah, but they're using it. They're so hypocritical. I
Oh, are
mean,
you talking about content that is like AI, or are you talking about YouTube's AI
YouTube's AI.
and
Yeah,
yeah, I don't really
yeah. They're trying to curb
notice
stop the
too
user
much.
AI. They are. They are. It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
the
Oh yeah. So yeah,
storyteller. Hmm.
Star Trek. They're gonna make a Star Trek again, Paramount.
Yeah.
But it's
Do
not
we
gonna.
even trust what Paramount is doing right now?
I think I do trust the Star Trek. I do think that with Star Trek, yeah. I just think it's well, it's obvious they're rebooting it. They're rebooting the Star Trek. It's
Well,
not
they're
going to
like
be.
canceling everything now, just randomly.
Well, yeah, that's what happens in the new studios,
Like
right?
shows that are even popular, they're canceling. It's kind of weird, suspicious.
Yeah, what shows have they canceled?
The Dexter show that apparently was
Yeah.
renewed and ready to go, and it did well, and they canceled it. The prequel.
Hmm.
They got rid of Dora and TMNT animated shows. You would think that would be doing well.
Hmm.
Um,
Ridiculous,
what's
Dexter.
going on? Is this not working? No, this is gonna fucking piss me off.
But Star Trek is a major IP for them that they have to movie wise they have to get back on track. Like they have to
Right.
their major IPs like Transformers, Star Trek. They really need get people interested. They really need to sit back and see what's wrong. Is Michael Bay going to make people interested in seeing Transformers again? Is
Mm,
is a reboot of Star Trek what people are looking for?
mm.
If I reboot Star Trek, I would not do Captain Kirk. I would not do that that group from with the Chris Pine crew.
Yeah, they said they're not gonna do that. It's been too long anyway.
Yeah.
Why were they thinking about constantly doing that is beyond me.
If I start a new Star Trek, I either start with somebody new, or I would go with somebody that's I'll go with
I
generation
mean,
group.
what exactly can they really do with Star
I
Trek
would,
though? That's the thing.
the thing is, as I know, William Shatner Star Trek, or later anyway, is the first Star Trek, right?
Hmm.
But Patrick Stewart Star Trek was more popular. Was a lot more popular. I would go there.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
You would.
But obviously, you can't get Patrick Stewart because he's 80s. But it was a lot more popular, and it was a lot. You know what? It'd be fun to get Tom Hardy. It's kind of hard because
Uh,
he wasn't like no. Tom Hardy was in the Star Trek movie as a clone. All right, as a clone, he was in Star Trek, like all the way in the 90s. But
what is going on here? This is so fucking.
I wouldn't even go with the if this reboot. I wouldn't even go with Kirk. What's his first name
Hmm.
again? Oh, shit. What's yeah? The Next Generation was
Yeah, I don't
was
know
another
what they could do with Star Trek, to be honest. I
yeah.
feel like the ship has kind of sailed with that. Like they really, it's like the new Star Trek. I don't know, wasn't
Star
that interesting.
Star Trek was really popular in the 80s and 90s. I mean, they had a lot of shows. Obviously, they had movies. A lot of the right in the 2000s, it really was. We have Doctor Who. Like the thing with Star Trek, how it differs from Star Wars, right? Yeah, Star Wars is political, and so is Star Trek, but their political storytelling is vastly different than
Hmm.
Star Wars. Star Wars is always about democracy versus fascism, and Star Trek does have that to an extent, but there's more about exploring different cultures, um, cultures of different species, right? Also that, also with making packs, peace, or things like that, right?
Right.
Um, right? And Star Trek was a little bit more compared to Star Wars, involved more of the technology, right? They talk about the ship and the like, data. Press data. Tell us what's happening, and data will tell you like some scientific thing, right? With the ship. And Star Wars doesn't really do that, right? Right? Star Wars doesn't really do that. It gets into the jargon of ship technology compared to
Well,
Star
yeah,
Trek.
Star Trek is science fiction and Star
Yeah,
Wars is fantasy.
yeah, yeah. Like there's some science stuff in Star Wars, obviously, but like Star Trek is a lot more. They use it a lot more. Yeah, like, I mean, there is some fantasy in Star Trek. Don't get me. There is fantasy in Star Trek. I mean, like there is, but Star Wars is a lot more fantasy, right? Nerdhood classic, Galaxy Crest. Yeah, but I can't do Galaxy Crest. I mean, Alex Rickman's dead. The second, they were Nerdhood classic. What else was there? We got like 40 minutes.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. Let's see what else. Oh, heck, this. Yeah. Sharknado movie. Sharknado prequel.
Oh yeah, I saw you talking about that.
It's gonna do more than Adventures Doomsday.
Oh man, it's been so long since Sharknado. Like, would anybody
They're
even
so,
care?
they're so bad, but they're so funny to watch because they're so damn bad.
I've only
They know
watched the
it.
first one.
Oh, man, they make five of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
Star Trek's more real
they
life
made five.
parallels. Yeah. I don't know. I don't care about Star Trek. It's Sharknado. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Were you here last stream on Thursday? I
Why?
think no, no.
Oh, I just realized something. Sorry,
Oh, I
continue.
think you're. What was the last? No, you weren't here Thursday, right? That's my last stream. Oh yeah, yeah, because you're. All right, so Brainiac is officially. Oh, so we finally got. So even though I've already talked about, so you were your internet was down Thursday, right? So that's why you couldn't come on. So Brainiac's officially the villain,
Wasn't that
and
wasn't that? Oh yeah, that was the. Oh shit. Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah, Thursday.
yeah,
Man, I'm
Brainiac.
losing it. Today's Saturday. Yeah.
Yep, Brainiac's officially the villain in the Man of Steel. Oh my god.
Well, unofficially, because I mean, I it wasn't from James Gunn if we're being fair.
Oh, okay, okay. I almost said Man of Steel.
I mean, according to some people, I see some of these clowns are getting mad because they're like, the Man of Steel sequel would have been called Man of Tomorrow, and James
There
Gunn
was no
picked that
evidence
title
of
to
that.
mock Man of Steel.
There was no proof of that.
Yeah,
Nobody said that. Nobody said the sequel to Man of Steel was going to call Man of Tomorrow. And nobody said that. Who the hell said that?
a
First of
lot
all,
of
Man of
these
Steel,
clowns have been coming out and saying that.
the sequel was never greenlit. First of all, right? Man of Steel. That was
Hmm.
never greenlit. It was just rumors. Things like that. Um, and you see clowns accusing James Gunn of stealing Brainiac as the main villain because Zack Snyder was going to use him in the sequel, right? You seen that,
Yeah,
and and people just clown them because oh yeah, Brainiac was supposed to be the villain in other Superman movies too. Did Snyder steal from them? Like they think Snyder created everything Superman.
yeah, they always do.
It's like the Tim Burton Kevin Smith movie, right? That was Brainiac was supposed to be the villain. The Nicolas Cage
Yeah,
Brainiac was supposed to be the villain. Superman
yes.
3. I I don't know about I don't know if I saw the post. It's somewhere. I don't know if I can find it, but like somebody replied to one of the Snyder Bros and be like, "Yeah, Zack Snyder invented everything Superman."
Did you see what's going on currently?
What?
I wasn't paying attention to the chat, but Zack Snyder liked the post
Yeah, I saw that.
comparing, and so now there's more controversy. Like, this is just so fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, I saw that. But why is Zack Snyder liking that? Like,
I agree. Why is he liking that? That is like is just to say like, hey, my movie made more,
is
and
he jealous?
I don't know.
Uh, is he jealous? Is he so insecure because yeah, he has to like this post because his movie made more, but made more. I don't know, Crescent Zack Snyder. Yeah, his movie made more. Ticket prices, and first of all, the box off that picture said 587 million for Superman, James Gunn. That's not accurate, right? Obviously.
Right.
Here's the thing: if you put James Gunn's Superman movie back in 2013, it'll probably make more than Zack Snyder's Man of Steel because people will like it more. Probably make for $8.
Oh yeah,
And
he was comparing the ticket prices as
yeah,
well.
and I am saying this: if you put Man of Steel in the theaters now, it will not make 600 million because nobody's gonna pay $16 for that shit.
Right. Well, I mean, maybe it could be possible that Man of Steel would have made the
Quality
same
matters too,
amount.
right? Quality matters,
Yeah.
right? What's the definition of quality when it comes to movies? You look at the critic scores, audience scores, right? That's what determine. Well, critic scores you could, but audience score. I mean, right? People like James Gunn. James Gunn's Superman was in the 80s. Most of them were it was in the 80s, whatever. I don't know. Let me check with James Gunn.
The thing that I don't understand, right, is all of a sudden now people are like, okay, like I get the Man of Steel comparison and stuff, but it was like, this is a new Superman, right?
Yeah.
Um, Coming off of a reboot not too long ago. I mean, why were these like people are saying it's gonna make a billion? It should have made a billion. Like, if it made a billion, you guys still would have not shut up,
Yeah.
right? And no movie right now is making a billion. The fact that Superman is still one of the top movies of the year, and it's over a Marvel movie. Shouldn't that have been the win? Like they beat out Marvel. DC has barely beat out
Yeah, first
Marvel.
time in I don't know since Dark
Yeah,
Knight.
since the Dark Knight. So
Yeah.
what? Like what's going on? Like even when Aquaman made $1 billion, guess what? Marvel made $2 billion.
Well, because they made like $3 to $4 billion combined just with Black Panther and
Yeah.
Infinity
So
War.
and with Infinity War, and so it's like what are we talking
Yeah.
about? I never like they're gonna keep bringing this up. The fact that and the thing is, I saw videos pointing out, oh, because of Paramount, and if Warner Brothers buys Paramount, it isn't guaranteed that Man of Tomorrow will happen because they can easily just cancel the movie. But we don't even know if Paramount is gonna buy Warner Brothers. We still don't know. They offered them three goddamn times, and guess what?
He
No,
said
we
no.
haven't. They haven't taken their offer.
Yeah.
So like what? I don't understand.
And what really pissed him off is that Campia said if Paramount did get it, you're not getting rid of Gunn and Saffron.
No, they're not going to by far.
And you really think Netflix is going to do that? If Netflix is smart, if they did get Warner Brothers, they would keep Gunn and Saffron because their stuff is actually well liked, and their guy that they hired to do Army of the Dead and Rebel Moon, yeah,
I mean,
this,
Zack Snyder had his time though. Like
yeah,
by time Zack Snyder came back around, right? Warner Brothers had already moved on, and they already deemed it as like this wasn't successful.
yes, that's why they did a reboot. Here's
Yeah,
the
so
thing.
what else are they supposed to fucking do?
Here's
They're gonna go right back
here's
and
the
for it to
Snyder
fail?
fans. Here's the Snyder fans will obviously disagree, but here's the Snyder fans have to understand: the DCU and the Snyderverse is really lumped into one,
Right.
right? People don't separate, like regular people don't separate the two. They see it as one because most of those characters in DCU, obviously Shazam, obviously is not, but like still consider you can still lump it into the Snyderverse. Snyder got created, right? Like they're all
Uh-huh.
lumped into one. Nobody's gonna separate the two, right? DCU, because Warner Brothers has said DCU and Snyderverse are not separate because actually DCU and Snyderverse is not really a trademarked thing or an IP like DCU is
Right.
or MCU from Marvel, right? Um, but Warner Brothers really clearly came out and said DC Studios is DCU, right? There, they put a stamp on it. Like technically, Blind we could technically own the hashtag Restore the Snyderverse if it already hasn't been owned by somebody. But
This is
here's
not this this is the thing. These people need to understand that if James Gunn's universe fails, guess what they're gonna do?
to get
They're
something
gonna
else.
fucking reboot again in
Yep.
10 years.
They're gonna get something else.
They're not gonna walk back to a universe where their actors are already aging. First off, one, how would this even logistically work? Because they just did a movie with Ezra Miller that bombed. Okay. So they can't bring back Ezra Miller. Ben Affleck has said repeatedly multiple times he doesn't want to come back. The only person
I
who's
think that's
really saying he would
here's the
probably
thing.
come back is Henry Cavill.
Here's the thing about Ben Affleck. I'll let you continue in a minute. I think he was
Mhm.
offered to come back as a cameo in Deadpool Wolverine as Daredevil, but he said no because I don't think he wants to do superhero movies
I
anymore.
don't think so. I don't know about that. I think they never talked to him.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was that.
But yeah, continue on about Henry
Cuz
Cavill.
well about that there was other actors that were supposed to appear and they never talked to them. Nicolas Cage, Thomas Jane, is it Thomas Jane who was the
Yeah,
Punisher in
Punisher.
the
Yeah, Thomas
2000s?
Jane.
Yeah, they were in the concept art and they never Marvel never approached them. Ryan Reynolds only approached people that he was close with. That's why the actors who are there, they're in the movie because Ryan Reynolds knew them personally because they were just working. They either worked on projects before.
Yeah, now yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that they didn't have a connection with Ben Affleck. I'm
When
sure
did
if they
Jennifer
did ask
Gardner
Ben
Warner
Affleck,
Bros.
he
When
Ben
did Jennifer
Affleck
Gardner,
said he would want to be in a Marvel movie. They just never, you know. It's just
I
right
don't know.
now is
I
But
don't think
here's
he
the
should do
thing.
a
Here's
Superman
the
movie at
difference.
all.
Is Ben Affleck going to stay as Daredevil? No, because Marvel already has a Daredevil.
Yeah.
That's the difference, right? He said he's not going to come back and do another Batman because what's the point? He's already been through all of that. He didn't like the experience. Why these Snyder tards can't get that through their head?
Because they don't care about the actor's well being. They just care about the precious Snyderverse.
Yeah, like Ben Affleck was only going to come back for The Flash, and that was it. He's already made that clear,
Yes, he
and he
didn't have a
wasn't
big
even in
role
The
in the
Flash for
Flash.
very long.
And the yeah, exactly. It was like a 5 minutes combined. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, like okay, you know.
So it's just crazy that like they always find some way. It's like they look at first off one, Zack Snyder has no fucking pull, right, with
No,
Warner Brothers at the moment.
I don't think it's any
If he
fucking
was
point.
like if he was sitting there making movies that were making more than Superman at Warner Brothers, maybe this might hold some weight, but even then, they've
I
already moved on.
I don't think he would play any Marvel character. I don't think Ben Affleck wants to play a comic book character in general.
I think
I
he would. It's just he doesn't want to play a character that he's going to have to constantly play and have a contract in place.
so you probably maybe like a one more likely a villain, like a
A
one.
villain. He would more likely be a villain.
Which you know what he should do more of because he hasn't really played villains.
No. Yeah, well, I think that's why he probably wanted to do something with Marvel because he probably just do a one and done.
And
Look at Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke was a Marvel villain.
yeah, because
Do
he
we
did Hawks.
forget that?
Well, I think it's harder to play a villain than a hero, but because I think in comics, movies and stuff, I think it's harder to play a villain than a hero. But yeah, Ethan Hawke's a great. I mean, Ethan Hawke's a better actor than Ben Affleck.
Ben
Like,
Affleck, yeah.
even
But I
Matt
mean,
Damon,
he
his
was
best buddy,
able
is
to
a better
do.
actor. And we've seen Matt Damon in movies before play such
Yeah.
despicable bad people. Like uh, I, if my concern is Ben Affleck, he should try to play a villain. My concern is how can he play a villain? Like what his acting ability would let him play a villain. Because I do think his acting ability is better suited as a hero, but take that
Right.
risk. Take that risk because sometimes when you take a risk, who knows what avenue it opens. Um, Ben Affleck's a crime. Yeah. Oh,
What?
who was a villain? Who was a villain? In Mission Impossible. Ben Affleck
Henry
wasn't in
Cavill.
Mission Impossible.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. Yeah, he was Henry Cavill. Yes, Henry Cavill was a villain in Mission Impossible. Ben Affleck. I don't know any movies he was a villain in. I can't think of one. I know
He
Matt
was in
Damon was
Air.
bad.
I don't remember the last. The only last Ben Affleck movie I saw was in Air. That was it.
Oh, the Michael Jordan movie, the Nike movie.
The Nike, yeah.
I see Matt Damon as a bad guy before. He could play that role. I mean, look at Departed. He's so good in that role. I mean,
Mm.
right and look at talented Mr. Ripley. How he played a serial killer,
Hmm.
right? Uh, but yeah, look, like Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa is a solid actor for what he does. He's the problem with Jason Momoa. He's limited in some things,
Right.
right? But he's so likable. Jason Momoa is just very likable. He's a likable guy. He's a likable actor, and I think he could be funny. He could be funny because he could be funny, and he could be macho. But can he be in between serious? Because sometimes it's hard to when you see male, especially male actors, when they're buffed, they get buffed for their roles. It's sometimes hard to take them serious when they have to do emotional scenes. Like when they're talking about their feelings and you see them tear up and stuff like that. It's hard to take them
Right.
serious sometimes, right? Just hire Robert Pattinson. The thing is, Robert Pattinson, it worked for his Batman character, right? Because he wasn't like, yeah, he got in shape, but he wasn't like Bat Affleck buff. He wasn't even Christian Bale buffed, right?
Right.
He was
Just hire Robert Pattinson.
just hire Robert Pattinson.
Well, Robert Pattinson was almost in the MCU.
What was he? Who was he almost?
He was almost Hawkeye. Remember?
Oh
like
no,
2012.
he doesn't look like Hawkeye. You know,
Actually, no, he would have been a perfect Hawkeye. The young, like the
is it
Hawkeye that we
easy?
have in the MCU is barely fucking
No,
Hawkeye.
they did horrible with Hawkeye in the MCU.
Yeah, it's barely Hawkeye. That's the one character. Well, there's a couple of characters I would definitely recast. I mean, recast majority of the Avengers at this point. Um, yeah, I would recast that. I think I would recast all the Avengers if they're gonna do this reboot. Recast them all, and I would make Hawkeye a lot younger because that's what he was supposed to be in the comic. He was
The only thing
not like
about
this old
Hawkeye is,
guy with a family. He was like broke and
yeah, exactly. That's the
nobody.
only thing about Hawkeye in the MCU. If, you know what people shit on how MCU treats Hulk because
Hmm.
it's limited, right? Hawkeye,
Right.
they just Hawkeye. What they do with Hawkeye is worse than the Hulk.
Hmm.
Okay, I mean, Emily Blunt was almost Black Widow. Natasha, Emily
Yeah.
Blunt, and I
Yeah.
just found
Recast them all. Recast Iron Man. Recast
yeah,
Captain America. Recast them all. Like, what's the point?
Emily Emily Blunt doesn't want to do. Emily Blunt said a couple of years ago. I don't think she doesn't want to do hero movies
Recast Doom with Edward Norton. Get the fuck out of here.
because we can't do it with Edward Norton. I
Edward
don't.
Norton, that ship has sailed. That guy does
You
not.
ever see Edward Norton? Like when Edward Norton's a villain, he's an unhinged villain.
I wouldn't do a total hard reset on the MCU. I would obviously keep Tom Holland, right? Because he obviously is gonna probably want to stick around. I'd
Yes,
probably keep Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
sideways.
Um,
You're going
certain actors I would keep because they can just come in and out.
dude.
Or if they have another
How
movie.
many how many actors did they go through before landing on Benedict Cumberbatch to be Doctor Strange?
He was the top role, but he was a fan cast, remember? And then the reason why it didn't happen was because he was busy. And then Marvel went to Joaquin Phoenix, and Joaquin Phoenix had a fucking mental breakdown because I can't do green screens, and so they walked away from Joaquin
And he
Phoenix, and
also
then they
he
got
said he
Benedict
can't do green
Cumberbatch.
screens, and he also said he doesn't want to do he doesn't want to be involved multiple projects, right, in the MCU
Yeah,
too. Like
which was fine anyway because everybody wanted Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor
yeah,
Strange. That was what people have always said. Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch, and so yeah, that was perfect casting. That was
so
perfect. Joaquin Phoenix as Doctor Strange. I don't
no,
know. He's a little.
Cumberbatch gets better. He just looks more like Doctor Strange than Joaquin Phoenix
Yeah,
does.
he just has more of a Doctor Strange look to him, and
Yeah.
yeah, recast Moon Knight. I guess at this point, maybe. I
Well,
mean,
he
it's
says
not
he's going to
like.
work for Disney, which is bullshit. I think if they do,
Yeah, I think he's. Yeah, I would. Yeah, Fantastic Four could stay, right?
look at
The Ant
sideways.
Man characters, get rid of them.
You're gonna get so
I
many people
guess you
after
can
you.
keep. You could keep Paul Rudd, but in my opinion, what's the point of keeping Paul Rudd? I guess he is popular, but
You know
I
what?
want Hank Pym and Janet
Recast
Van
Scar.
Dyne. So
Recast Scarlet Witch. You're gonna get so many people after you with that.
yeah, I mean, well, actually, I think some Marvel
I
fans
know some.
would be okay with that.
She
It's the MCU tards who will be probably lose their minds.
Elizabeth Olsen. The problem with Elizabeth Olsen is she plays games when in interviews about Scarlet Witch. Sometimes she's like nine. She okay. I'm just gonna criticize her for this. She said in a recent interview, right? You know that interview. It came out a couple days ago, right? I don't know, right? She said in an interview that she was happy with her character going through grief, stuff like a sadness, stuff like that. But then she just say she wasn't happy with that in Doctor Strange too. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what do you do
Yeah,
180 all of a sudden?
I don't know. They just have
She
random
tends to
thoughts,
play.
I guess.
She tends to. Elizabeth was tends to flip flop at times,
Yeah,
right? Um, oh yeah, this is her. We're saying she's not going to be in Avengers Doomsday again, reaffirming that. Okay.
yeah. We kind of know. We know who's in Avengers Doomsday. There's probably a couple of actors who are
Yeah.
kept on the low, but I think for the most part, they're all the characters that are not in Doomsday. We could just assume those are the main characters in Secret Wars. Like they're like why people are still hooked up on. Well, where's this character? Where's the characters in Secret Wars? Man, there's two fucking movies. Like they're gonna have
Oh, Resident.
Uh,
Damn, bro.
and Secret Wars, by the way, it would make more sense if the bigger characters like Spider-Man and Wolverine and Deadpool, etc., those characters would be in the last movie because then because think about it like this. Think about it like this. If they're doing the same pattern with the uh, Infinity War and Endgame,
They should. They,
wouldn't it make sense if they put the popular characters like Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, and Deadpool and Spider-Man, and they have
they
those characters interact and be the
yeah.
main characters? That's
Well,
like a
sideways.
no-brainer.
Daredevil Punisher actors should stay just because they just been introduced
Yeah,
in the
they've
MCU.
been they're like staples, and I don't think people
Yeah.
have problems with them. They're not, and unless they say they're done and they want to move on, then you can recast them. But
Thanks
you
to
can
to
keep
our
those characters.
thanks to our super chat. We stored a flag verse for that.
Restore the Feige verse.
We're gonna
Oh
get
man.
the rise of the DCU video.
Stories turn the page, a new dawn inside. Hope on the horizon, colors in the night. Heroes are gathering, ready to ignite. We can feel it rising.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, MCU just needs to just reboot that. Reboot it. Some characters, you know.
They said it. I mean, Kevin Feige said they're gonna do that. Basically, like he kind of basically said in an interview when Fantastic Four's coming out. Oh, Steve, we need a new Captain America, a new Iron Man. People are not like people might take that the wrong way and not be happy about it. I'm like, guys, Marvel Studios is a studio, right?
Right.
I mean, in 10, 15 years, 20 years, there could be another Captain America movie. It's gonna be a different actor. I have pipes. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I don't mean they're gonna they're gonna release Avengers Doomsday during Avatar. The MCU, I think, with Secret Wars, that's gonna do a lot of changes, right, to the future of the MCU. That's the point of the
Mm.
Secret Wars. Um, if if I know how this goes, it's gonna create one universe, something like that, where everybody's in the same universe.
Hmm.
We got like 15 minutes.
Is wrestling on or some sport game on?
Oh no, I'm just gonna eat dinner.
Oh, you're gonna eat. Yeah, I need
Yeah,
to eat something. But yeah, we can go for 15 more minutes. I can't
yeah.
believe it's 36. What the fuck? It's 2 hours.
Uh, well, Alien Earth is getting a season 2
Yeah,
expected.
which is good.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really popular show, critically acclaimed.
I mean, they better have renewed it after the fucking ending that people complain about. By the way, I still didn't see that ending, but people complained about it and said it wasn't like a fucking, they felt like the season was like cut off.
Yeah, you know what? You know what pissed me off? I don't know if you watched this show, guys. The Chad Powers show. I did not like the ending to this season. I did not expect it to go 6 episodes.
The
Oh,
what?
really? Chad Powers
The
show. It's the Glenn Powers football show
oh,
on
that in
Hulu.
Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
What about that?
was not happy with it being 6 episodes. I thought there was like a 7, 8 episode season, and I did not like the ending.
Oh
Um,
man, that
I was
sucks.
liking the episode. I was liking the finale until the last 15 minutes. I'm like, really? And then I thought there was gonna be like a 7th, 8th episode. I'm like, no 7th, 8th episode.
Wasn't that the show where Hawk Tuah girl was supposed to be in it, but they cut?
She was in the first episode.
Oh,
Yes,
she was. Oh, so
yes,
it
she
was
was in it.
they lied because
No,
she was
she was
trying
a
to say that she
cameo.
was cut in the show. She was cut from the
No,
show.
no. She was in it for like a minute, and that's it. She was basically a cameo.
They replaced her with some other actress pretending to be her.
No, she
That
was
would
in
be
it. No,
jokes.
she was in it. She was in the first episode. But you see the Hawk Tuah girl? She's not that popular anymore. You see her YouTube? She's a game.
Yeah, I
Nobody
know.
watches her. Nobody watches her video game live
She has
streams.
like 2 fucking viewers in the chat. That's crazy. She was playing Fortnite or some shit. Nobody was in the chat. Like, I mean, that's what happens though. It's like these people just like they have a viral moment, and then all of a sudden now, what? They're supposed to be celebrities?
The What I think really hurt, yeah, because like,
I don't
what
get it.
have you done to clap your celebrity status up? You know, like celebrities, when they get their moment, when they get the big break, what keeps their celebrity moment up? Like her, what I think really hurt her, and I don't believe she's oblivious to this. The crypto scheme. I think that's
Oh yeah, that CoffeeZilla exposed her ass on. Yeah.
yeah. I think that really damaged her a lot, and I don't. Don't tell me because she comes off at times like she plays dumb, like she's ditzy at times. You know, the ditzy
Right.
blonde girl act. You
Hmm.
know, I don't think I don't. I bullshit. I don't believe that for a second. I think she knew.
Right.
Okay, like she doesn't go views on her channel anymore. It's so bad.
Yeah. I feel like Monica should be on the event in Avengers
She,
Doomsday. I think she will be. I
she
think
might be.
after she should be Captain Marvel. After
Well, look.
this thing, she should be Captain Marvel.
Don't you think she will be? Because if the X, because Beast is in it. Do you think if the X Men that in Doomsday? Do you think that's the one from the craft, the crash scene in the Marvels? Because you saw
Yeah,
Beast.
I think Beast is. Yeah,
So
they already said
Beast,
Beast
right?
is gonna be in it.
So
The only X Men there's a couple of X Men characters. Jean Grey's not in it.
yeah, I
Storm.
mean, you heard the actress said about that. Famke Janssen was actually she said she was offered to come back in it, but she didn't want to do like two speaking
Yeah.
things, right?
Which
I
is
mean,
dumb as fuck. Like I don't understand these actors. You can get a fucking bag of cash and be relevant again, and you turn that down. It's not like she's doing anything, bro. Like, did
she's
you
doing
see
that show on
what she's
Netflix.
doing?
She's doing that show
She's
on.
going to the first Russian Comic Con in since 2019.
Russian?
Yes.
Oh no, in
Like,
Russia?
yeah, in Russia, in the motherland of
Is
Russia.
isn't she from? I know she's from Europe. Is she from Russia?
I don't know. I don't know if she's Russian.
Mm.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if that's a wise idea on her part.
But like she's not like come on man like you can't just come back and for a couple like they brought back the actress who's playing Mystique. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I
and
think
she's
the
not.
only person
She's a
who has
teenage.
like some weight of like
She never broke out. Rebecca Stamos never really
yeah
broke out to become a leading
if
actress.
they get Holly Berry to come back as Storm, there's no
Yeah,
excuse, man. Like that was the only actor who can possibly hold out and say I'm
just
you know like give me money. You know what I mean? Because they're actually worth the fucking money. Like people would, I'm sure, like if they're like, yes, we're
it's
bringing back all the X
it
Men
just doesn't.
actors.
It just doesn't feel right if you're gonna have X Men in it without like some of the main core X Men.
Yeah, like
Just
all they're really missing is obviously Wolverine, which we know Wolverine is definitely coming back.
yeah,
They're missing Rogue, which
yeah.
again they definitely probably they should bring back the actress, but I think we were saying she has some issue or something.
I
And
think she's still
then
acting though.
obviously Storm
Yes,
and Jean Grey, and that's it. That would be
he's
the lineup of the X Men
they're gonna, I
characters.
don't know. They said they're gonna do pickup shoots next year, like to do or maybe reshoots, like in spring of next year or
Yeah,
something. Or
when they
yeah,
start shooting Secret Wars.
in summer. Yeah, they start doing Secret Wars in summer, right? The problem
Yeah,
is the problem with Secret Wars is if it's really still early. If strikes happen,
yeah, I better
yeah.
not. Holy, it better
Because
not.
but the thing is, if a strike, the actors go on strike, but Secret Wars probably film in London. Does it still affect the London production?
Yes.
Okay, because it's American, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody gets affected.
Unless they get a
It's an
waiver,
American
right?
production too.
Unless they get a waiver.
No, it's an American production.
I know. But so
If it's a British production, I think it's different because they have their
no,
own
it's
guild.
not. It's not American. That's not a British
Yeah.
production. Nope.
No,
Nope.
It's American.
That's the worry about Secret Wars. That's still early
Yeah.
for that. Like you start hearing about CBA collective bargaining talks probably like next year.
Right.
Well, this is not a leak because one of the actors said it. Did Alan Cummings say this? One of the actors actually say this? Did they actually fight each other?
Yes.
And
Yeah, they did say that.
did also Channing Tatum say this too?
Yes.
I don't. Are they allowed to say this or not?
I don't think so, but it already was out, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they're not being Mark Ruffalo or Tom Holland.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they did say that. I mean, Adam Cummings was leaking a lot of stuff. He just sounds really excited. Because he hasn't been a Nightcrawler since 2006 or whatever. No, 2004. When did the second X-Men come out? 2003 or 2004?
I think it was 2003. Three? No, it was 2000. No. Well, let's look it up.
Doomsday got a lot of things to do. Well, if you're gonna see Avatar sideways, apparently it's just a
2003.
trailer. 2003. So sideways, you're gonna see Avatar. They're apparently gonna show the trailer before Avatar. Yeah, but where was Nightcrawler in X-Men 3? Seriously.
Yeah, they just didn't bring him back. They couldn't be bothered, I guess.
Oh, by the way, blinded. Read the DM in the chat, glazing over dispatch. So you should, when we end this, I think you should do what you do best. Rage Beat Red.
Glazing over it. No, I don't hate Dispatch. I don't hate Dispatch. It's a good
I know what
game.
you do the red though.
It's the only shit. I mean, he didn't. I finished Ghost of Yotai already. Did you finish it yet?
No, I should have
Uh,
already.
I think I probably will get Metroid Prime 4, but I don't have a Switch 2, obviously.
Yeah,
But I'm curious to see what it performs like on a Switch 1. I'll just buy the Switch 2 edition because eventually I'll get a Switch 2. I don't know when I'll get a Switch 2, but it's not in the cards right now to buy a Switch 2, so.
Avatar. You should call it the Aviator sideways. Aviator 3. Oh, Jessica Rabbit's movie in the works. That's fucking
Yeah, I did
hilarious.
see that.
What the
I did see that.
Um, I mean, a Jessica Rabbit movie. Could we make it live action?
No, they're doing animated. I wonder what is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like Is it gonna be in tone with It's Roger Rabbit, right? What's this fucking
Yes, Roger Rabbit.
Who Framed? Yeah, yeah. Is it gonna be in tone with that movie, or is it gonna be like a new kind of tone, like what's that movie? Like Chip and Dale,
Oh
like the
yeah,
Chip and
yeah.
Dale rescue movie, because
That's
that
a
was kind
live
of like
action.
Roger Rabbit, but a little bit
Yeah,
edgier.
yeah.
Roger Rabbit
Roger
is
Rabbit is
kind of
dark
edgy.
though. Roger Rabbit is a dark movie. Really, if you think
Yeah.
about it. Like I know it's
Why would
Disney.
why would they do a Jessica Rabbit movie but not a sequel to Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
Disney.
is this like the precursor to a Roger
It's
Rabbit 2? I mean, like it's going to happen eventually
it's,
at some point, right?
it's Sydney Sweeney live action. Sydney Sweeney wielding to get
Oh
her
God.
red hair.
Oh God.
I mean, look. I know Christy bombed, but Ruby Rose, please, you would not do better than Sweetie Sweet at the box office, okay? For Christy Martin, like no, nobody knows who you are.
No.
uh, Sydney Sweeney, like I know her film. Yeah, the Alice in Wonderland film is not Disney, guys. It's Universal. The Sabrina Carpenter film is Universal. Not the original Mr. Rogers. But that Mr. Rogers who framed Roger Rabbit, that was a dark ass film. Like Christopher Lloyd's character, damn. That was dark for a cartoon movie. For kids?
Mm.
What else? Oh. I don't know if it's Insider Daniel Whitman claims Tobey Maguire returns as Spider-Man Avengers Doomsday. As I just saw.
Yeah, I did see that. That was confusing, right? Because you know how the art department or the makeup department, they were like taking pictures of people,
Yeah,
Well, they had one of Shiri, right? And the actress. They had a couple of actors, right?
but
And
she's
then
in
all of
it.
a sudden there was one with Tobey Maguire, and you're like, is this Photoshop? But then they have someone has concept art of Tobey Maguire's suit, and it looks different. And I'm like, is this real? It could be real because there's a rumor that there's going to be a sequence in the movie that has multiverse characters in it, and you see different characters that haven't been in the MCU, like they've never established them yet, like Ghost Rider and a couple of other significant Marvel
Do you
characters.
do you think
So
it's a
it could be
chance?
true.
Do you think? I know you hate the movie. Do you think it's a chance it's gonna be similar to like what they did in Flash, where you see the other universes and they erase the universes?
Um, I think their characters are played by actors,
Okay.
right? Because I think there was like a rumor about there was some actor, I can't remember. I remember there was rumors that Ryan Gosling was in the movie. People were saying that. I don't know if that's true, but I mean the Russo brothers do know Ryan Gosling. They did work with Ryan Gosling, so that's not
Yeah.
that far of a stretch. And I think there was rumors that there was other actors that had recently worked with the Russo brothers who were in this movie.
Here's
Another aspect that people are saying is that we actually see the new Black Panther in this movie.
yeah.
So
There's a
that could be
picture of
true.
that. There was a picture of apparently the actor.
Yeah, I am curious, like, because I wouldn't I mean, if Tobey Maguire is in the movie, I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, I'm like, wouldn't you want him to be in Secret Wars? Or is that like too much? Like his role's not big, and they don't really want to have Tobey Maguire have a big role, and that's why. I don't really know, but because I think the concept art of the what we saw, what was leaked. Think about it, the concept. If people in the chat remember the concept art, all the
So here's
characters
some
who are in the
news.
concept art are not in this movie. So the concept art has to be real. Like despite what the Russo brothers are
I
saying,
don't know why.
those characters. Look, think about it. Vision is not in the movie. Star Lord's not in the movie. Who else was in that?
Most of
The
the
Young
TV characters
Avengers
are in it.
characters are not in the movie.
Yeah.
Um, who else was in the Hulk and She-Hulk is not in the movie.
Doctor Strange pretty is not in it. Or
Doctor Strange is not in the movie.
uh,
So those are the characters. Wouldn't those characters be in Secret Wars? That would make
Captain
sense.
Marvel.
Captain Marvel wasn't in the concept art though. I don't
Yeah,
remember
but
her
she's not
being
in
in
the
the
movie.
concept
But
art.
like
But she's not in the movie. Yeah.
Miss Marvel to
It would make, in my opinion, because think about it like this:
Eternals.
if they're gonna do the comic, there's some characters like Doctor Strange works for Doctor Doom, so right there, boom. Um, there's the Thor Corp. There, you can have like different multiverse versions of Thor, and on top of that, too, Storm was on the Thor Corp. So if they're gonna do Holly Berry coming back as Storm, then there you go. There, that's how she would fit in. So, I mean. I feel like it's going to work out in the ending, despite all these people crying and complaining. It seems like it's going to just take the format of Infinity War and Endgame and split it so characters have enough room, which is fine. I
So
think that's what it should be.
so Ryan Coogler. I mean, I don't know why bigger trades have important. Oh, Deadline has reported that
Hmm.
Black Panther 3 will be his next film.
Right.
He's working on it. He's just basically said he's working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah.
But he's been
Obviously, I
saying
think
that
that
for a
was
while,
obvious.
though. He's been saying that for a while, right? Like it's his next film.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just basically an update. And there's a rumor that Doctor Strange 3 might take place after Secret Wars.
Yeah, there was that rumor.
That movie's being pushed back a lot. Remember, it was supposedly going to be between Doomsday and Secret Wars, or like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, like, if I was an actor or an actress in MCU and I keep hearing this stuff, like, when am I getting? When am I coming? When am I coming back? Oh, you're pushing it again, pushing it again. I'll probably get impatient. I'll be like, nah, I'm not coming back. But they have a contract.
I don't. They have a contract. I don't even think they care. As long as they get the money, I don't think they care.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't think I'm gonna. You might disagree. I don't think the
Hmm.
Russos are gonna be coming back to the MCU after Secret Wars because I think they want to go
Oh,
back to
but did
stuff
you
they
hear the
want to do.
rumor?
Yeah, I heard the rumor. That's why I don't believe it because they're working on something else after Marvel.
I think I believe it. Look at what happened. They've made nothing but trash.
That's why I think they're gonna try to do it again.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I think they should just stay at Marvel. I mean, if
I
listen,
know.
listen, if my whole career was just working out at Marvel, I don't care what anybody says. I would be
You get a lot of
happy.
money, man. You know how much money they get from Marvel?
Yeah, Marvel, I mean Marvel's a fucking giant entertainment. If you like Marvel, which they clearly do, I mean there's a lot of stuff that they can explore. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah, I know.
characters. There's still things you can do
I
with Marvel. It's not completely dead.
don't know
You know, like
I don't know how. Because I think aren't they going to be working on another film that's not part of MCU, not Marvel at all, not Disney, or they're going to be produced? Um, the thing is, like
hmm,
yeah, you're right. I don't know how they're so bad at everything else besides Marvel. Like what what is it?
no, I have no clue. Yeah. I have no clue why they're so bad outside of Marvel.
It's
Maybe it's because they're already working with established characters, so it's easier.
to me the shows are not good. To me the shows are not good directors.
Yeah.
It makes them overrated as directors. But well, they are kind of overrated because
Yeah.
maybe great at Marvel, but everything else. Um,
Yeah, not so much.
Sad reality is a lot of actors and directors despise superheroes deep inside. That's why James Gunn is so raw. Um, I think they despise the fact that they dominate the box office. And there are films that they don't do as well as comic book movies. I mean, obviously, as of late, that's not the case. But before the pandemic, and they a lot of actors and actresses do smaller films, right? Even the ones that work in
Hmm.
Marvel, and they obviously don't get close to the box office numbers that these films do. That's because studios don't promote these small films, and people just better go to theaters for IPs than just small films now. Unless
Right.
you're a movie going fan, generalizers don't care about small films. Sorry, like they don't care. They don't care, man. I don't know if Snyder hates superheroes. I think he just doesn't understand them. Or he has a different view on them. All
I think
right,
he has
Brian.
a different view on them.
Batman kills. Yeah, yeah. He
I
showed
mean,
power.
it's kind of interesting because people are always talking about like the absolute universe, and they're like, why do people like this, but they don't like the Snyder stuff? I mean, I think it would maybe Snyder if they had the absolute universe. I mean, maybe he can do something with it. I don't know.
But he'll
I
fuck it up too.
yeah, it really. I mean, Zack Snyder really needs just better writers. That's really it. You know. But
I
yeah,
think he writes a lot of stuff himself too. Doesn't he write some stuff too?
I think he does. But yeah, it's just in my opinion not good.
Right? Like, I think it's one of those people. Before I end it, you know how sometimes when
Hmm.
something sounds good in your head, and then you write it down and you read it, and you realize, oh, this doesn't sound good at all. I think it's not like that. I
Yeah.
think, right? I don't think it's like that at all. Right?
Mm,
All right, Blinded. Thank you for coming on. We ran a little bit past two
no
hours,
problem.
past 6, but I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to detract. We're back to detract for somebody. We're
Who?
detract somebody tomorrow for sure. Yeah, guys, like, share, subscribe, comment below.